I don't know what's happening there. Random. So random. Hey crew, welcome to the Spiritual Social. I'm Lexi, your local lightworker. Welcome to a love series. This is called the Unfinished Love Stories Pick a Card series. It is comprised of 6 episodes, 6 specifically tailored pick a card readings for all of your love needs. We will travel back in time from your past to the present to your future in an effort to help you let go of lingering energies that may be blocking you from truly manifesting love and feeling fulfilled in the present moment. So the way that this reading works, or series of readings better said, basically I will give you a crystal for each choice. There will be 4 choices each time, and at the end of the pick a card reading, please listen to it until the end, because each reading will be associated with a color. So you choose a crystal, you listen to the reading, and you get a color. The more you listen to the episodes, the more the likelihood of you picking the same color will increase. And if you manage to get at least 2 times the same color, that color is associated with a mythic love story, which you will uncover at the end in the 6th episode, in the final pick a card, in which I will also share with you your mythical love story. So a type of love story that can inspire you to dream big and manifest true love. I hope this makes sense. As you play along, it will make even more sense, and I hope it's going to be a fun experience. So the colors that you may choose are the following. I have here Moon Gray, Raw Umber, Burnt Sienna, and Metallic Copper. Okay, so these are some of the colors that you may choose. I chose the names after, well, I basically chose the colors after their poetic names, and I'm going to be using them in the final pick a card to create a color energy reading. So this is going to be a combination series. I'm going to be using tarot and oracle cards for the first 5 episodes, and in the 6th episode I will reveal to you your mythic love story and share with you one of the greatest love stories that mankind has heard for each specific pile, and see how that fits with your personal life circumstances, with your lover's personality as well. For example, you could fall in love with somebody that actually reminds you of the Tristan and Isolde love story, or maybe you fit much better with the myth of Isis and Osiris. I don't know, it's going to be a surprise. We will uncover this together, but keep in mind that the 6th episode, it's going to be a color energy reading. I will be using the color that you have selected the most at your specific pile and dunk it into water and read you the energy that I see in the specific cup. So it's going to be something fun. I hope that you will enjoy this series. For the time being, today we are concerned with the topic of how can you attract love. This applies to all of you, single people, people that have just started the dating game, people that have been in and out of relationships, those of you who are already in a long-term connection. This is for everybody. Maybe not all of the pick a card readings in this series are going to be for you, so keep that in mind. You just need to get at least 2 times the same color so that you can unlock the mythic love story and the reading in installment number 6. So you don't have to watch all of them if you don't feel so inclined, but I do hope that you will watch them and that you'll find them fun, give them a like, and support my work. So today, in order to find out the answer to the question, how can you attract love, I have here a choice for you of crystals. So for you group 1, we have here this citrine. For you group 2, we have a pyrite. For you group 3, we have the rose quartz. And for you group 4, we have an amethyst. These are rough crystals. I absolutely love them. Pyrite is kind of like a blend between a crystal and a metal. So take a moment now to look at them and see which ones inspire you the most. I have already pre-shuffled your oracle cards. I have them here. They're all linked in the description box below. And I will live shuffle in this reading today from the Rosebud Tarot. It's a gorgeous oracle deck. it's a gorgeous tarot deck. I'm jumping ahead, and I cannot wait to put it in use for you guys. Okay, so I'm really excited, and I want to start reading for you guys, so I hope that you have made a choice. Thank you so much for all of your likes, your support, your love means so much to me, and I hope that you will enjoy the series. I hope that you will have fun. Stick around, because members to my channel are going to receive another series. Yes, I will be creating 2 series at the same time. It's an ambitious project. I hope I'll be able to finish it in a good measure of time. I hope it will not drag too long. That is my hope and my intention, but we'll see what the reality of manifesting this spiritual, dreamy work is going to actually create in my life. As you guys know, Saturn is in Pisces at the moment, and it's deeply challenging my creative abilities, but I'm doing my best to persevere and to offer you quality, exciting content and unique pick-a-card readings, because that's basically what I'm known for. Thank you so much for listening to my ramble. I hope you have selected a crystal. Let's go to your reading and find out which color as well fits with your reading, so that you can add it up to your color points and you can unlock the final mythic love story. I'm sending you so much light. See you at your pile. Mwah! Hi group 1, welcome to your Unfinished Love Story series. This is episode 1, How Can You Attract Love? And this is a reading for those of you that were drawn to the citrine. Okay, so it's a rough form of citrine, the stone of family protection, happiness, optimism, solar plexus energy, manipura, confidence and self-expression. Okay, so I have your oracle cards already pre-selected here. I'm going to show them to you in a second, but first of all, I'm going to live shuffle from the Rosebud Tarot to try to see what advice can we glean from spirit, from angels, related to how can you attract love. Okay, I had to pull some things. There's a small hair on my upper lip, something with lip. You think that maybe getting some upper lip injections is going to make you more beautiful. It could improve your physique if that's something that you're considering doing, but I think there is more work to be done on the inside that can genuinely attract true love without you needing to go through pain or injections or needing to change anything about you. Okay, so let's see what the cards have to say. We have here the curiosity of earth, and we see this beautiful little girl who's in an orchard, and instead of picking fruit, she's picking rosebuds. I wanted to say rose plum. I think there is something called rose plum wine. It's really rare. Okay, so you see she's picking these roses, and she's all by herself, but she has a hatchet in the other hand. So fragility, but also fierceness, being really in this kind of Kalima energy, being fierce when the situation requires it, knowing how to put people in their place, but also being lovely, feminine, receptive. There's a duality here that I think you're struggling to embody, but once you master it, that's what's going to make you irresistibly attractive. Okay, let's see. The next one we have the 5 of water. There is something weighing heavily on your heart, my love. You are still recovering from a loss. This can come from any area of your life. You lost a certificate, an academic accomplishment was not happening. Maybe you wanted to do a master's degree, a PhD, you wanted to finish your college degree, it did not happen. You see it as a loss, you see it as a failure. In certain cases, this is the actual loss of another human being, a relative, a family member, a lover that could have passed on. You were just getting close to this person and they were randomly, shockingly taken away from you. This is here about losing your innocence, losing that wonderful way of looking at life through a child's eyes, right? This curiosity that you used to have. It's like, I know that life can be cruel and I need to be prepared to defend myself, but also life is something fun to be enjoyed. I cannot wait to fall in love. And then I feel like you may have fallen in love, it was taken away from you, you were disappointed, you may have gone through some sort of abuse, And now you're in the dumps. There is depression, there is a sense of sadness that is overwhelming your energy, and it's keeping other people away from you. We see here the star, hope. Dare to hope again. Love is possible. The star is Aquarius energy, so this is about changing how you think. Shifting your mindset will shift your life. It will shift your reality. If you look around yourself and you think love is not possible, people are always breaking up, the divorce rate is skyrocketing, everybody's separating, try to look at these situations and understand we're all doing our best. These people are really risking it all. They're falling in love all the time. They're starting relationships left and right. I can do it too, okay? Even if you fail at love, at least you loved and lived to tell the tale, right? Now, we also have here the Four of Earth. You don't want to let go. You're holding on to things. You're holding on to past memories, to hurt. There were some feelings in the past that you experienced, but you know, feelings come and go. They're like clouds in the sky. You have to maintain a level of flexibility in order to handle them properly. Feelings should never be retained for too long. Once they have lived their purpose, get them out of your system. Move on to the next thing, the next person, the next feeling, the next project, the next day. Start the day again, right? But here I see that you struggle with that, and this is what's causing a really big energetic block. You won't allow people to love you. You won't allow people to come to you, to give to you. You are like this. You hold on, you grab. You don't want to let go. You may have some very strong Capricorn placements, or Saturn conjunct Venus, conjunct the Moon, Saturn on the ascendant, Capricorn ascendant. And this gives you, because of past trauma and the way you were poorly treated and underappreciated, you develop this need to want to control the outcome of relationships, to control your environment, to control your feelings, your body. And this is being perceived as really annoying by other people that just genuinely want to help you. They want to admire you. They want to hang out with you. You have to find a way to kind of include more flexibility in the way you come across, a more relaxed approach, if you want to put it in this way. So I see that a hopeful attitude, an attitude in which you balance fierceness and a sense of I'm defending myself right now, but also you add on this romance, this sense of love is still possible. You have this pure-hearted energy. You are open to falling in love. You're open to spontaneity. So if you can combine these hopeful energies with these spontaneous, but yet also mildly protective energies, this is your key to success. This is your recipe to attracting love. You have that defensiveness. A little bit of it is good for the spirit, because it shows people that they can't just treat you like a doormat, yeah? You can't just be like, like hippie, like a hippie in love, you know? When I say hippie, I talk about, you know, the cultural zeitgeist of the 1970s, when people were all like, we are all one and all is love. And while those things could be true, the way they were put into practice was kind of leading to a lot of issues, or lack of boundaries, mental health issues, drug abuse problems, right? So a sort of measured approach to that kind of free love attitude. Everything in moderation, that's also what I'm hearing. Also, I'm smelling smoke, like cigarette smoke. You need to lay off smoking. I feel that partners, when they try to kiss you or when they try to be next to you, they smell smoke on your breath, maybe on your lips, maybe on your clothes. It's not an attractive, appealing thing. So very bluntly, I'm sorry about this message, but it just came very strongly. People don't like the smell of smoke around you. It's unattractive, it's unappealing. So if you were thinking very pragmatically, what puts people off, it's you smoking, okay? So people don't like you smoking. But on a spiritual, emotional level, I see that you have to have a more hopeful attitude. If you keep being down in the dumps, if you think that nothing is possible, if you have this kind of depressed, gothic attitude towards love, you're only going to manifest low quality people, bad experiences that will reaffirm this lack mentality. If you keep holding on to pain, and if you keep thinking, oh, I've been hurt in the past, this is going to repeat itself, you know, people never change. People do change. We change. Maybe not at the core level, but astrological transits show us that each year, each 6 months, every time there is eclipse, every time there is a Mercury retrograde season, things change. So do we, yeah? We're never stagnant. So I see very clearly that letting go, right? Sorry, I was pointing at the wrong card. Letting go, keeping a fresh, innocent attitude towards spontaneity, towards love, but also being, you know, a little bit on guard, not being too gullible, maintaining hope, knowing that everything is going to work out in your favor in love. You will be with the person that you're meant to be. You will attract the right counterpart. You will have the love of a lifetime. It's going to happen, baby. It's already yours. It's in the bag, you know? And also, letting go of this sadness, this disappointment. It could be that some of you actually need to get treatment for depression. I'm hearing that for some of you, you've been putting it off for too long. And treatment for depression, try to see it holistically. It doesn't always represent going to see a psychiatrist and being prescribed some pills. That could be part of the healing process. Just so you know, you're in control all the time. So you can always decide not to see the psychiatrist. You can always decide to stop the medication. But there are other ways as well. There are alternative healing practices. You can do yoga. You can do energy healing, Reiki. You can do hypnosis, past life regression. There's such a variety of ways in which you can heal yourself and let go of this pain. But I feel like you can't do it on your own anymore. You need to seek the help of a person that has been trained, that can hold space for you, and that is there 100% committed to the task of helping you heal. You need that in your life, boo, okay? So let go of fear, let go of judgment and prejudice. These have no space in your life anymore. You need to be committed to your healing, to the letting go process of releasing all this pain at a deep tissue level. Some of you may need to get some sort of massages, right? To release the pain that you are storing in your muscles. Some of you are sitting hunched. You're not walking like this with your chest forward. No wonder that you were drawn to the citrine, right? There is a solar plexus blockage here. You're not walking tall and proud and with your heart open, ready to face life with chest forward. You're kind of like crouching, sitting like this, protective, right? In this Four of Earth energy. I love this card because it looks like gangsta grandma, right? So it's like, I'm the notorious B.I.G. or something. I don't know. Not that Notorious B.I.G. was a gangsta grandma, but he had that allure. It's like, I'm the toughest guy in the room, okay? Don't mess with me. But imagine like a person wearing sunglasses inside. It's like, how cool could you get? Anyway, sorry about that. Please forgive me, Notorious B.I.G., for bringing you into this discussion. You're a wonderful rapper. Rest in peace. Okay, so we have here other things that can help you understand deeply how could you attract love. We have a healing that needs to happen here in relation to the divine masculine. We have joy, enjoy the blessing of life. This is exactly the opposite of this card, yeah? Exactly the opposite, yeah? Five of Cups, look at this. Women dressed in black, looking as if they come from a funeral, walking through this land that has been infested by water. It looks like there has been a flooding of some sorts. It's bringing you down, right? It's already kind of draining you of energy when you look at this evocative tarot card. But then look at the opposite. You're alone in the forest and you're not afraid. You're just celebrating life. You're spreading hearts everywhere. The sun is rising. A new day is beginning. You feel the warmth of the sun. You have animal friends. I wanted to say a bunny friend. Yes, this is a bunny. You have a bunny rabbit as a friend. You have a swan. You have a wolf. They're all your friends. They all get along. They're not going to eat you up. You see the energy, the difference, and her body, the posture, the way she's spreading her arms. That's what you need to embody. And you can actually trick your mind if you feel that it's cognitive behavioral techniques, right? Sometimes you can change the feeling by just acting out the behavior. So even if you feel low, try to trick your body into expanding by doing these postures, by adopting confident postures. And then you will see how the feeling gradually changes as the physicality of you changes. Being aware of how your emotions translate into your body and how you communicate what you're feeling to other people through your body is also a key to success in your case. Because when you're aware of something, you can change it. You have control over it. We have here Minimus, commune with the source. You need to do some traveling by yourself. You need to go out into the world and explore something different. Forests are especially good for you. Go to some sort of mountainous landscape for 2 or 3 days, a weekend, a couple of hours even. Just be around pine trees. Just sit underneath them, sit on a rock and just listen to the sounds of the forest. Smell all the essential oils of the pine trees. You need this in your life. And with the Divine Masculine card, I feel like you are a very intelligent person who knows a lot about gender theory, the patriarchal system of gender relationships in which we find ourselves. But it's like you're using it as a defense against yourself and partners that could be good for you. You could have a chip on your shoulder related to certain men in your life that treated you unfairly, disrespected you. And a lot of us have these experiences, right? I have them as well. My friends, my sibling, everyone has been having them, and it's unfortunate. But I feel that here you need to find it in your heart to forgive. You need to find a way to still continue to relate to all the men out there in the collective, not from this perspective of they are somehow my enemy, they always have something against me, but to understand that if you push them away, you're also pushing your own masculine energy away. You're also struggling to get things done. You're struggling to have a healthy sense of competition. You're struggling with your, sensual energy physically. So it's important to accept and understand and empathize and see that they too are going through things. They too are going through challenges. That's the thing that gets so easily overlooked in a patriarchal system of social relations. Everybody suffers. Not just women, not just LGBTQ groups, everybody suffers, because it's a system that, while giving privilege and more power to specifically white men, it's also giving them a measure of having to look at the world around them and to see that if things are failing, it's their fault, right? If society isn't working, well, who rules society? Well, why isn't society working? You're not doing your job properly. So there is pressure, there are responsibilities. We can sit all day and talk about this, but I hear, you need to listen more. Listen more to the men in your life. Listen more to your divine masculine part. You are not failing feminist rights or the feminist struggle if you listen to men, if you forgive them, if you understand them. On the contrary, you're contributing to it, okay? You are not pandering to the patriarchy if you find forgiveness in your heart, if you love a man. Okay, the whole purpose of the struggle is to give equal rights to everybody so that we are all respected, so that we all have equal opportunities, chances to do the things that we love, to express ourselves, to be ourselves without fear of punishment or other horrible things. So love can heal us, forgiveness can bind us, can bring us together. And I feel that this is what you are becoming aware of. This has been your reading, and I'm going to show you now your color. So if you chose the citrine, your color is the metallic copper. Okay, so play along in the next episode in this series to see if you're going to select the metallic copper again. Now, because this has been your first reading, the metallic copper is connected to the love story that you will unlock in chapter 6. So listen to the other pick a card readings and see if you can find at least another reading in which you choose the metallic copper to unlock reading number 6. I hope this makes sense, okay? So metallic copper, Piscean energy, because Pisces rules over the metal of copper. Thank you so much for listening. I cannot wait to see you in my next installment. Bye. Hey Group 2, welcome to our new series, Unfinished Love Stories. This is episode 1. I'm going to help you understand how can you attract more love in your life. This applies to you whether you're single or in a relationship. Even if you're in a relationship, you still want to pull that person that is dear to your heart closer to you, right? So this is for those of you that were drawn to the pyrite. Pyrite is also called fool's gold. So Usually pyrite gets often mistaken, because it's so shiny, because it has this golden sheen, it gets mistaken for valuable gold. And I feel that there is something here related to you being often disappointed in love because you attract partners that tend to be too good to be true. But I also feel that there is a niggling feeling inside of you that you're also kind of suffering from imposter syndrome in love. Like you also feel like, am I really here? Am I present? Should I fake it until I make it in love? What's going on? So it's kind of like you feel that in your love life, you should have a guidebook. You're constantly feeling like you're winging it, like you're improvising. And sometimes mistakes happen and you tend to blame yourself quite harshly for them. Okay, so I have your oracle cards over here. I'm going to show them to you in a second. Stick around until the end of the reading because I'm going to give you your color as well. But in the meantime, I'm going to shuffle some cards from the Rosebud Tarot to see what you need to hear related to how can you attract love. Okay, so the Three of Fire. Get out of the house now. It's very blunt, okay? You see this cosmonaut, she or he looks like they are sitting on a planet. It looks like Mars. It could also be, I don't know, a small asteroid somewhere in the Kuiper belt, who knows. We just see here a person that is exploring new land, new territory, a pioneer. You see the flag, a white rose. So I feel like you should approach travel and traveling. I don't know why I slurred it in this way, but approach the task of traveling with innocence, with purity, with naivety. Yes, it will work out for you. I know it sounds really weird. How can I approach traveling with naivety? You need to have this kind of innocent mindset, because I feel like you're at home looking at the news and going like, oh my God, there is no safe place in the world. Everything is horrifying. No, it isn't, okay? People continue, in spite of wars and conflicts and all sorts of issues, people continue to get up, go to work, make food for themselves, raise their children, make love, make friends, continue to have creative ideas. You know, we continue to evolve. And conflicts and wars, even though they are horrifying and they shouldn't happen, and obviously we should prioritize life and peace and love, they are part of the human experience. They are part of the energy of Pluto, Saturn, and Mars, and how they get manifested here on Earth. So I see very bluntly, very clearly, you need to travel, you need to explore the world more, and you need to let go of fear. It's important for you to dive into new territories without the sense of, oh God, what's going to happen to me? Well, life is going to happen to you. Go out and explore. You will never know something for sure until you go out and have the experience on your own. Now, I also see here the Nine of Earth. There is something here about self-esteem. So I feel that you have a pretty moderate towards good sense of self-esteem, although from time to time, you get pushed down by comparing yourself to other people who are richer, prettier, and they kind of, I'm hearing, they get more work done, yeah? It's not helping you in any way. It's blocking love from coming towards you. I'm here to let you know that you need to start loving your body. You need to pay closer attention to what you eat. Eat healthy food, food that gives you energy, food that you enjoy, rather than fast snacks or foods that get you down and make you feel kind of stodgy and ugh. It's really important for you to respect your body. Respect your body. Have a healthy routine that involves hydrating yourself, getting enough rest, eating good food. Try to do it as often as possible. I know that there will be some days, some days are going to be better than others, and some days you are more stressed out. You're eating food on the go. You don't have time to really sit down and cook something nice. But in general, try to get more hits rather than misses in relation to your body. You may need to work out. You may need to do something physical that you enjoy, like maybe dancing. Maybe you need to do something with your body, as in expressive theater or performative, I don't know, things that have to do with your body. I'm also hearing jump rope or skip rope or something athletic, right? Because I feel that by putting your body into movement, you're going to start manifesting a very beautiful energy that will just magnetize a lot of romantic opportunities towards you. Not to mention that it's going to have a ripple effect on your overall health, vitality, and energy levels. So go out into the world, explore things, respect your body, treat it with love, with kindness, with care, put it into movement, and feed it good things, both emotionally. Listen to good music, listen to things that make you feel better, and also physically, right? Hydrated, eat well, sleep well. Now I see the Two of Water. Oh. So this is a very interesting message because it is about equality, it is about a partnership, it is about finding your soulmate. It's about love. So the way that you can attract love is by loving others. Tell people how you feel about them. Don't hold back. If you see somebody that you really enjoy, that you admire, let them know. You know, you don't need to beat them over the head with a lot of first compliments. It's just, hey, I really like your work, or I really like how you look, or your energy is amazing. You're very beautiful right now. Just compliment people. Just tell them what you feel. Yeah, you are a lover at heart, but for some reason you're not expressing this, and because you're not expressing it, people don't know how you feel about them, so they find it very hard to come towards you. And it can begin as simply as smiling more at your object of affection. You should smile more at them. I know it sounds like, when you hear this expression, smile more baby, it sounds patriarchal, it sounds nasty, like, why are you telling me to smile? It makes you do the opposite, right? Almost like when you hear another person saying, calm down, you know, calm down, sweetheart. You just want to punch them in the face. But I definitely feel that here there is a certain anxiety that you manifest when you are in the presence of a person you really like. It's kind of like you go like this, you know, or you look away, you know. It's like, I'm so interested in this person, but I'm going to look at the floor. You can imagine that the other person feels rejected. It's like, oh, okay, this person is not interested in me. They're kind of hiding from me or not looking at me in the eye. Okay, fine. Then I'm just going to walk away. I don't want to bother them. And that is a perfectly normal reaction from your counterpart to have, right? You wouldn't want a person to kind of forcefully impose themselves on you and say, hey, look at me. You know, you're not in the military. So let people know through your eyes, through your smile, through your body language. Yeah, use your body more to convey to people how you feel for them. I think this is the overarching message for you. Yeah. Also, get out into the world more. People need to see you so that they see how loving you are. Yeah. Express yourself more. Put yourself out there more. Be physically present and patient. Yeah, go out to an event and stick around until the end of that event. Don't just go out for 5 minutes, anxiously look around, you see a person you like, you look at your shoes and you walk out and you think, oh, why is love avoiding me? Did you try to give that opportunity a chance? Get yourself a drink, get yourself something nice to eat. Hang around with people, ask them questions. You know, people love to talk about themselves and their interests. Ask a lot of questions. What do you like? Why do you like it? What was the last thing that you saw? What was the last thing that you did? This is how things begin, right? And we also have here the velocity of fire. So this is the Knight of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And I see very clearly here that there is a problem here with the rhythm. It's kind of like things may come at you hot and fast and you're like, pew, pushing them to the side. It's like, it's too fast for me. You know, but in this way, you're missing out on some really cool opportunities to have fun with people, to do something quite spontaneous, you know. I can share a story very briefly. I went to some sort of like environment where there was a spa and there were swimming pools, and I was just by myself. I really like going there because it calms me down, and there was this guy that I met in a sauna. We were doing kind of like herbal magic. There was this woman who was like getting us to smell a lot of different herbs, and we were inside of this really hot sauna, and it was like, I think we were 10 people inside of there, and he happened to sit next to me. We looked at each other, we smiled. It was kind of embarrassing. Afterwards, we struck up a conversation outside of the sauna, and he decided that he wanted to go and dive on, there was this, how do you call it in English? Oh my God, tobogan. It's like a slide. I think it's a slide, yeah, a water slide. Anyway, he wanted to go down that one, and it was huge, and I would never have wanted to go down that water slide by myself. But you could actually go together as two, hooked to a specific raft. And he asked me, come on, let's do it together. You know, I want to do it, you're afraid of doing it, maybe I can give you courage so we can do it together. And, you know, he convinced me to go on that raft, and we did it together. And oh my God, it was the fun thing ever, the funniest thing ever. I can't speak English anymore. I'm too excited. No, but it was a really wonderful experience, and by myself I wouldn't have done it, so I was really happy that I went along with his suggestion, and that was it. You know, it's like it was just one moment in time. We didn't have like a protracted relationship after that. We kept in touch as friends on Instagram afterwards, but he lived in a different city, I live in a city that's very far away from him, so I didn't feel the need to push it forward. He didn't feel the need to push it forward either. So there can be these experiences that if you open yourself up to them, you can have a lot of fun and you can extract a lot of meaning without necessarily wanting more or thinking that, oh my God, this person is the love of my life. What have I done? Why did I let them go? You know, you can just take a moment and live it and be there present and make a really nice memory that can nourish you, to give you courage to do other fun things in other different contexts. Anyway, closing down the parentheses, these are your oracle cards. I'm sorry for the bad grammar. I don't know, words are coming to me in German or Romanian lately. It's because of the environment in which I live. We have here as well the silver waterfall. How gorgeous is this card? And we have here generosity. And we see here, be the divine flow of goddess nature. Oh, it's cute. Look at this cat. Oh, it's adorable. So I see here being more giving and accepting people to lavish you with beautiful experiences, right? Like if a person comes to you with a basket of fruits, maybe you would second guess yourself. You would think twice about, should I accept that? And that's a very intelligent response to have. Obviously, you should consider whether the person in front of you wants something more or is a threat. But sometimes things just happen gratuitously in a very beautiful way, not necessarily in a terrifying way. And I see here that with the silver waterfall, this is about allowing blessings to come into your life, allowing joy, allowing spontaneity, and also when you are feeling good, sharing this energy with other people. Because I think that you are an individual that tends to have a very rich inner life and may struggle to actually not only allow some people into this very rich inner world of yours, but also to share of yourself, share of your wonderful fantasies and desires and imaginative ways to show love. I think that once you start sharing and exploring, your whole life is going to change for the better. Okay, so be generous with your time, with compliments, with your feelings. Don't hold it in anymore. Because I also think it's bringing you down. All that energy that could be potentially put in the exterior towards building connections with other people is kept inside and is not actually lived out. And the final card, vertigo. Whatever you choose will be correct. So you have the key to unlock yourself in love. Yeah, it's all in your hands. It's just a matter of making a choice and stepping out. It's like you locked yourself in a room, and this is a room of your own making. It's in your mind. It's very protective, but you're not growing. And I think that stepping outside into the world could generally give you feelings of vertigo. Some of you may suffer from agoraphobia, the fear of open spaces, in which case you may need the help of somebody to help you overcome these challenges of being outdoors, of being around people. I know that I was also very sensitive at the beginning of the year as I was embarking on this very deep healing process due to the shocking events in my family's life. I also didn't like people to touch me, and I would strike up conflicts in personal public transport, in public transports, for example, in the subway or in a bus, if people were just randomly touching me and inferring on my physical boundaries. And I actually sat with this energy and I analyzed it, and it was mostly because of the anger that I was feeling inside at the circumstances of what my parents were going through. And once you understand these things, you are able to free yourself. You may be fixated so much on, am I making a right choice by traveling to this place, by going to this event, by saying yes to this person? I guess to some extent you will never know. That's why it's so important to train your intuition. Not just make decisions based on your mind, but also make decisions based on how a person makes you feel. If something feels fishy or off, or your body recoils, you know, it may be better to just let it be. Don't explore that option. But at the same time, you can overdo it with protectiveness. So a balance needs to be struck between being overly protective of yourself, of your energy, and being too expansive, too out there, too constantly focused on other people, and having no inner life. So I see here that once you allow yourself to feel, once you get over indecision and you generously share of your inner world with other people, they will not be able to help falling in love with you, because you are such a lovable human being. With the Two of Cups here, you are meant to live this lifetime with a soulmate. You're meant to get married. You're meant to be in a long-term commitment. Some of you could have Gemini placements on the midheaven, North Node in Gemini, Venus in Gemini, conjunct Jupiter in Gemini. There's just the beautiful energy of you needing to be together with another counterpart to kind of fully express yourself, fully feel like you are active in the world, or activated by the world, better said. And there's no shame in that, you know. Some of us need to be in relations with other people to fulfill our destiny. It's just what it is. Thank you so much for listening. I'm going to end the reading here. I hope that it was insightful, but before you go, I want to give you your color. So your color is raw umber. So this is it, because it's the first episode. This is the color that you will have to stick to throughout the next installments, and make sure that you choose it at least another time in another episode, so that you can unlock the energy of reading 6, which will be a very special color reading in which I will use raw umber to read you your mythic love story. I hope that you have enjoyed this. I cannot wait to see my next one. Take care. Bye. Hi Group 3, welcome to our new series, Unfinished Love Stories. This is episode 1, and I'm going to help you find the answer to the question, how can you attract love in your life? Okay, so stick around until the end of this reading, because I will also give you your color. That's important for the next installments of this series. But I'm here to let you know that this is for those of you that were drawn to the rose quartz, just so you know that you are at the right pile. And I already have your oracle cards pre-shuffled here, but I'm going to shuffle right now from the Rosebud Tarot. So let's see, what is this energy? I feel like you are hungry for love. Like it's been a while, or you've been keeping that love energy repressed in your life. Yeah. I'm also getting some sort of emotional hang-ups, physical hang-ups as well. There's a deep desire inside of you to be loved, to be physically intimate with somebody, but there are interruptions, there are noises, there's chaos. Constantly things interfere with your capacity to be able to focus on love. You may need to focus on work or other things. Okay, so let's see what cards you were given. 10 of Fire. Yes, you have so many responsibilities, my lord. You need to let loose a little bit. You need to delegate. Stop taking on so much. You are just like the ideal worker. You put in extra hours. You are like a solid member in your family. You're constantly there helping everybody else. You're even helping your neighbors. I'm getting the sense of you being this kind of person that even helps people on the streets with directions. You know, you jump in to help them. They don't even need to tell you. It's like, hey, can you please help me out? You have to tone it down a little bit. You're just doing too much. There is no space in your mind, in your heart for love, because you're just so focused on saying yes to every little task, chore, responsibility that could be given to you. You have to clear up, reprioritize the things in your life. You may even need to rest more, dream more, be a bit more like loose, yeah, a little bit more. I'm not gonna say relaxed, because relaxed is not the correct word, but this is about taking life slower, less heavier, less harsher, less serious. You need to introduce more fun in your mindset of what life is and how you should handle it. I think that you were taught from a very young age. Maybe you're the firstborn in the family and you have other siblings. Maybe you grew up in impoverished circumstances and you're always like, I have to study, I have to take on responsibility, I have to always do my best so I can get myself out of really dire circumstances. But most of you have achieved a lot of the goals that you previously were handed. And now you can reinterpret. It's like, I don't know why I'm moving like this, but yeah, I think this is the energy. You need to kind of like move and shake and stir things differently, because the 10 of fire, this is the 10 of wands. It's like, oh, my back is breaking because I'm carrying so much. I'm shouldering so many responsibilities. I just don't know what to do. I can barely breathe, right? So give other people the benefit, or rather not the benefit, but give other people some of these responsibilities. You don't have to do it all yourself, you know. Allow other people to step up, yeah. Allow them to prove themselves. You don't always have to do everything for everyone. You may be a single parent as well, yeah. So you always had to kind of provide for your child. Maybe you became a mother or a father at a very young age and you had to grow up very quickly. We have the 5 of fire. You're fighting with the objects of your affection too much. And why are you fighting? Well, because you're stressed out, because you're doing too much. I'm just gonna put it very bluntly. You see it here. 5 of fire is the card of strife, conflict. I'm not gonna give up no matter what other people say. I'm going to hold my ground and I will fight each and every one of you, okay? But sometimes if people come at you and they tell you, hey, loosen up a little bit, hey, relax, what are you doing? You know, you're just a little bit out of control at the moment. You may need to listen to them. Yeah, there's a lot of fire, a lot of passion, but instead of putting this passion into a frolicking, frolickingly good time with your partner in between the bed sheets, I can't speak today, I'm sorry guys. You are actually taking this energy and you're putting it into arguments, fights. I feel that a lot of you suffer from road rage, you know, when you're behind the driving wheel and you're shouting at the other person and you're thinking, who am I? When I get behind the wheel of my car, I transform into this new person that is just not me. And it's mostly because of this energy that is being overutilized in one area of your life, work and relations with other people, rather than privacy, intimacy, bed pleasures, if you know what I mean, yeah? So stop arguing with people. Just let go of the conflict. Let go of those responsibilities. You need to de-stress yourself. You need to declutter your schedule. You're just doing too much. And I think that you're doing too much so as not to feel. You're not comfortable with feeling. You're not comfortable with just relaxing. And you have to work through why. Why are you doing so much? Why are you taking on so much? Who are you trying to impress? Why are you keeping yourself so busy all the time? We have 2 of earth, juggling 2 things at the same time. Love cannot enter your life because you're doing this thing and this other thing, and if love comes in, you'd be like shouting at it, right? If a person comes in and says, I just want to love you, I just want to smooch you, I want to spend some quality time with you, you would be like, go away, I don't have time. So as long as you are in this energy, as long as you juggle 2 things at the same time, take on a lot of responsibilities and fight with everybody, of course love is not going to be able to come towards you. You're pushing it into the stratosphere. It's like somewhere around orbiting Saturn's belt, you know. You have to be centered into yourself and to understand that like, I know I'm kind of giving you suggestions right now and recommendations. You shouldn't listen to what I say, right? Do your own thing, boo. But as a friendly recommendation, doing less, allowing more, and just resting from time to time is the recipe to success. You are actually quite lucky because you don't need to do deeper, more complicated things. You really just need to make space. You need to make space for love in your life. There is no space. You could fantasize from time to time when you have, you know, a break, a tiny break in your very busy schedule. You could fantasize about, I would love to be with this person and that person, and it'd be amazing if I were to have a partner and be married. But who has time for that? Certainly not you. So begin to reorganize your schedule. I also think that what is going on here with the Chariot is that you want to have the upper hand. You want to win. You want to be right and you want to win. And while this is a really wonderful quality to have when you're trying to finish a project to a deadline, when you're trying to lead a group, when you are training a team, right? Wonderful. We need people like you. Great mentality to have. But when you are in a love connection, you need to move from the position of being a worker, a leader, a team player, move into the position of being a lover, a person that has feelings, a person that reads physical language, a person that can let loose, right? You are in the territory of pleasure, intimacy, deep trust, sharing your emotions with somebody else. And it's a very different territory than the one that you have to put on, you know, the face, the mask that we all have to put on when we are in society, and we need to follow social norms, codes of conduct, politeness, the rules of the corporation that you work for, so on and so forth. Yeah? So let go from time to time and allow your partner to win. Allow your partner to be right. Congratulate them, compliment them. Yeah? Build them up a little bit, because I feel sometimes it's like there could be something here, maybe from past trauma, that makes you feel that you always need to win. You always need to be in a powerful position. For some of you, it's just a professional defect. You are so committed to your work. You are so immersed into your identity as a professional, I don't know, researcher, writer, whatever you are working on at the moment, that it's hard for you to move flexibly into this private emotional domain, into your identity as a private being. So you're very much, astrologically speaking, I would say, you're very much focused on your Sun and Mars energy, and you're underplaying your Venus and Moon energy. You need to get more comfortable with these energies in your life, and you need to play them out more, because you're expressing too much the Sun and Mars qualities and too little the Moon and Venus qualities. Yeah. Get your birth chart done. You can also get in touch with me. I would be happy to do that for you. Become aware of your Moon and Venus placements and try to see how you can manifest them and express them more into your personal life. That will be a game changer for how you can attract love. So don't push so hard. Try not to see love as a competition, love as a power game. Yeah? There's no need to argue. There's no need to take on this many responsibilities. Some of you may think that being with a lover means that you're going to have to serve this person and do everything for them, because that's how you saw love being displayed in the relationship, in the household in which you grew up. The relationship between your parents could have been one of domination and servitude. Maybe one parent was the powerful one, and the other one was just constantly submissive, constantly doing things for the other parent. A lot of traditional relationships are like that, unfortunately. So you grow up thinking that if I get into a relationship with somebody, I am going to have to do everything for them, but I'm also going to shout at them and resent them because of the fact that I'm doing everything for them. You see the problem there, boo? Just let go of doing everything for them. Allow them to be an adult and to do things for themselves, and just hang around with them. You don't have to shout at them. You don't have to lead to drama every time. These could be behaviors that get activated only when you are in a connection with somebody else. It may not be something that you're conscious of. Maybe at work, you are a commensurate professional. You are well respected. You never raise your voice. You don't have to, because you're very good at leading people, managing them, delegating responsibilities, organizing study sessions, or giving tasks, you know, coming up with a schedule. Everybody knows what they have to do, so everything works smoothly. But in love, it's a bit trickier, it's a bit messier, and this could irk you, especially if you have Virgo placements in your chart. It could irk you. Or also Taurus and Capricorn. Earth signs usually don't fare so well with a lack of romantic schedule. Yeah. As if you can put a deadline on feelings, right? Anyway, so the Chariot shows me that you are naturally attractive. You are naturally magnetic. It's like you enter the room and all eyes are drawn towards you, yeah? You have this charisma. You don't have to push it. You don't have to push it. All you need to do is walk into the room, relax, allow people to enjoy your personality. You don't have to get into competitions. You don't have to argue with anybody, be jealous or envious of anyone, compete with anyone. No. The victor, that's you. Some of you could actually be called Victor or Victoria. Hi. So, do less in love. Imagine that your love life is like being on holiday. Whenever you go for a date, you're on holiday. You're not a worker, you are on holiday right now. Your person could be like a really beautiful destination that you've always wanted to travel to. When you see them, it's like you're traveling to Italy or Greece. They could even come from these places, right? If you're lucky enough to have a lover that comes from a different culture than yours, I highly recommend that you dive into one of these relationships. You learn so much from them. And to my mind, they are the most exciting. So imagine that being in love is like being on a holiday, and flexibly change your mentality from that of being focused on work to that of I'm a lover right now. All I have to do is feel and be in my body and listen to the other person in front of me and figure things out in a fun, creative way. How can we spend our time together that is pleasurable both for me and for them? What could we do together so that we can create really nice memories? Simples, although we know it's never that simple, right? So the oracle cards that I have here for you, connection. Yeah, you really need to let people love you. You really need to allow them to just come towards you, because I feel like a lot of people want to come towards you, but it's like you have this force field around you. It's like boom. Don't you dare come near me, okay? It's like high voltage, you know? They get electrocuted as soon as they want to just open their mouth and say something to you. So it's kind of like you're intimidatingly good at whatever it is that you're doing. And the only thing you need to do is kind of be aware of this and tone it down a little bit when you are in this kind of private encounter with somebody. Yeah? Again, what I said. You are on a holiday when you are in love. You see the champagne glasses, you see the sunset. I think this is a string of sheet music. Something romantic is playing in the background. They're on a tropical island. And it could just be you and this person in an elevator in your block of flats, right? But in your mind, if you put yourself in that mentality that love is like a holiday, and that I just get to be with my partner now that we finally found each other, I just get to enjoy coming home to this person and spending time with them. The more you think in this way, the better your love energy is going to be, and the more you're going to attract love. Yes, Kuan Yin. She's here to let you know that compassion is preferable. Rather than conflict, go towards compassion. If a person comes at you with a really nasty attitude, just go like, be the bigger person and go like, yes, okay, you win. You win. I'm just gonna let you have your way, okay? Whatever you say, just do it. As long as they don't manipulate you into doing something you don't like, they just come at you with a different opinion, or they want to just unload emotionally on you, you just can be like, okay, whatever, you know, it doesn't really matter that much. You don't have to passionately and intensely do the work for them. So we see you are loved unconditionally. You have to believe this in order for it to manifest in your reality. You are loved unconditionally. Just the fact that you're alive should be enough. That's your base ground. And then everything that you get to achieve on top of that Wonderful. Amazing. You are the best. You don't need to compete so harshly, okay? Love is not a battleground where you need to steal your man or your woman from another man or woman, yeah? Love is something that should be ideally, most of the time when it's working well, be freely given, freely chosen, freely accepted. And then we also see here paradisiacal. You belong to paradise. Yeah. I think that most of the time you associate love with a feeling of hell. It's like reality is hell. It's like the law of the jungle. Every man for himself, you know. I need to carve my way through this jungle with my fists, you know, with my willpower. And while it is true that in certain circumstances, especially in the current economy, you do have to hustle in order to put food on the table. Sadly, this is the reality. There are times and times, right? And it doesn't mean that you can't enjoy life even as you are in the midst of this difficult hustle environment. People still managed to laugh even during the war. Even during the Great Depression, families were still enjoying time spent together. People were still making love, right? Even though there was a general more anxious environment, energy, collective fears were all up to the surface. Everybody was physically touching them, palpably experiencing them. That doesn't mean that society hasn't recovered, right? It's just the way of the world. We go through these periods of tension, economical disruption, wars, epidemics, and we recover and we move forward and we create and we love and we educate and we explore. C'est la vie, c'est la guerre, right? So, adopt a more compassionate, paradisiacal, holiday-like approach to love. And let go of being so fierce in private. Be fierce in the boardroom. Yeah, definitely. Go for it. Grab that coin, right? Seal those deals. Impress those clients. Make that merger. But in the bedroom, let loose. Let your hair down, okay? Enjoy. Relax. You deserve it. You work so hard. Okay, group 2, this is what you need to do to attract more love in your life, okay? So I hope this helps. Stick around because I'm going to show you your color. Are you ready? So this is it. It's burnt sienna. Yeah. So stick with this color because this is the color, because you have chosen it in episode 1. This is the color that you need to find again at least one more time in the other episodes that are coming along, so that you have at least 2 matches and you can unlock episode 6. I'm going to be using this color in episode 6 to create a color energy reading with watercolors and paints and brushes, and I'm going to show you the contents of your mythic love story. Yeah, so I hope this has gotten you a bit curious, a bit excited. Thank you so much for listening. I cannot wait to see you in my next one. Ciao. Hey group 4, welcome to a new series. This is called The Unfinished Love Stories, and episode 1 is going to be concerned with answering the question, how can you attract love? So this is the reading for those of you that were drawn to this amethyst cluster. Stick around until the end of the reading because I will show you your color. I think that by now you may have guessed which color is yours, but anyway, yeah. This is the benefit and the downside for being in the last pile. But I have your oracle cards over here. I'm going to live shuffle now from the Rosebud Tarot to help you understand what you need to do. Maybe you don't need to do anything. Maybe you do have a couple of things that you need to tweak related to how can you accept love and give more love in your life. Okay, lots of cards. They dropped all of a sudden. I'm only going to pick the first 4 as I did for the other piles. Let's see. Ooh, King of Wands, the sovereignty of fire. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. You are a leader, baby. You are so charismatic and so hot. I feel like a lot of people want to be with you. So what is the problem here? I kind of feel that, you see, this image shows a man. He's got like a small bag over here. He's on a motorcycle. I feel like you're fiercely independent. You don't need anybody. You don't need anybody, and you convey this energy. It's like, I can control myself, my behavior, my emotions enough to help me lead a really good life. I know what to do. I know what I'm passionate about. You could be making money out of what you're passionate about, and many people maybe envy you because they're not able to do the same. You have very clear values and you live in accordance with them. You're very transparent and can be quite honestly blunt, which may put some people off. You know, you could ruffle some feathers and step on some toes. Not everybody appreciates a truly honest person. You need to know this. Yeah, in spite of the fact that you live according to the ideal of truth, not everybody likes an honest person. Most people, they like to be charmed. They like to be told a really beautiful version of the truth, not the actual truth. So you could rub people the wrong way. In spite of your integrity, you may end up at the receiving end of a lot of unfair criticism. Okay, so that's the first energy. Now let's see, 6 of Fire. You just win at everything. You just win at everything, honestly. You need to have more confidence in the fact that if you want somebody, you will get them. You need to rest assured that all you need to do is be physically present someplace, and if you look at a person in that way and they look back at you, most likely that they are going to end up with you by the end of the night. Things can happen very fast because we have fire energy here, yeah? So I feel like you're this kind of individual that may have had long-term commitments, but also passionate get-togethers that lasted for only a night or a week or something of that nature, because you are this person that a lot of people find to be so attractive and so alluring. So what do you need to do? Keep on winning. Keep on being yourself. Honestly, I don't really see that much advice as to what you need to change, but we're not done yet. We have the Ace of Fire. So very clearly, I see that you may need to direct your energies towards a different creative project. I feel like where you find yourself in your life at the moment has kept you somehow creatively stuck, or has been refraining your freedom to roam around and explore. I feel like you need to be inspired to move in a different direction. And once you begin creating a plan and setting out a course of action, all of a sudden people are going to be drawn towards you. It will be a new group of people. People that in the past you may not have found romantically attractive will be coming towards you with offers of love. So keep an open mind and start thinking about your next big adventure. What do you want to accomplish? What big goal do you want to achieve? Nothing is too ambitious for you. I feel like you're good at whatever you set your mind to do. And I think that you're also a really good manifester as well. You could be a Sagittarius Sun, which makes you naturally lucky and naturally able to just bring into being whatever you envision. It's like the only problem I see here, and the reason why you haven't been attracting love, is that you haven't been spending time daydreaming and creating this vision of love. In the past, I feel like you were much better able to think about something, create this kind of fantasy in your mind, and then it would manifest and you'd be completely shocked and you think, wow, life is really magical. Did I create this? How could I have thought of this person and then they just manifested in my reality? This is wow. But lately you've been uninspired. The fire hasn't been there, you know? And I think it's also due to the fact that at the time at which I'm filming this reading, there aren't that many planets in fire signs in the sky. Most of the outer planets are in air and water and earth signs. So you're lacking that primordial element of fire that can help you light a match so you can turn it into a forest fire if you have to. And you're going to have to kind of light yourself up somehow. Put some effort into feeling that something is exciting and then taking small step each day to get closer to your desired goal. Paradoxically, having a project that you're excited about is going to magnetize this love energy and it will make you magnetic again. And then we have the 10 of Air. You feel let down and betrayed by somebody in your past. We will explore in the next episodes the contents of your emotional world in relation to your exes and what kind of lingering energies you're still immersed in, energies that could be blocking your chance to see people in the present as really good love options. So we're gonna work on that. Stick around for episode 2 because it's going to be a deep dive into the past. But I see here that you find it very hard to get up and get going because a person that you truly love, really like at the root, I'm hearing here root love. This could be a parent, a caretaker, somebody that was your ride or die. Well, this person unfortunately betrayed you so deeply, you had to cut connections, you had to separate. And now you find it very hard to find the excitement to love again. Because it's almost like you're wondering, what's the point, right? What's the point? The rose in the dark. What is the point of me trying again? You could think that the point is just the fact that you've got nothing left to do, nothing better to do. That should be your next adventure, learning to love again, challenging yourself to love again, even in spite of betrayal. Another thing is maybe the way in which you thought you loved a person or the way in which you allowed another person to love you may not have been commensurate to your current level of self-worth. We tend to attract a variety of different people, and as we go through life experiences, as we reach our goals and mature and learn about life and people and love, we also tend to attract people from all walks of life, that tend to mirror something at us that is important for us at the specific stage of development. When you're going through a Saturn transit, you may attract a partner that is hard to get or is critical or acts like a parent with you. When you're going through a really blessed Jupiterian transit, you may attract a partner that just makes you laugh a lot and everything is easy and smooth with them. And you're wondering like, wow, what is this good luck that stumbled upon me? When you're going through a Uranus transit, you attract a partner that is incredibly intense with you and wow, all-consuming and electrifying, but then they flip in and out of your life like a yo-yo, You see them now and then you don't see them for 6 months. So as we go through these planetary transits, we astrologically develop into our fullest potential and we learn about the many different facets of human experience, the many different ways in which we love. We think we love in a way, then we find out we can love even deeper, or that we can completely shut off. Like we shock ourselves sometimes with how little we feel towards somebody that we're supposed to feel a lot. So it can happen in the other way, right? So I see very clearly here that you should make love and believing again in love your next big adventure. Once you set your mind on that, everything in your reality is going to start falling into place. You may receive an invitation to go travel someplace. You could receive a sum of money that allows you more freedom to, repair your motorcycle and go and explore, and you meet somebody on the dirt road. On the dirt road, yeah, exactly. There could be an inheritance that comes your way. You may be given a house that you need to refurbish. You go to that place, you meet somebody, you fall in love. You could finally decide to move forward in life by undergoing some sort of higher education course. You meet somebody, you fall in love. Settle on your next big adventure and make love your destination, your priority. Heal yourself. Allow a new love to heal your heart. Just allow it. Just say, I allow this to happen. I accept the love that is given to me now. Just by shifting your mentality, by placing yourself in this mindset, you will see how you're just going to begin to attract love, how magnetic you're going to be to a variety of different kinds of love. You may even walk down the streets and other people's pets may come towards you so that you pet them, or they may jump on you, right? And lick your paw or something like that. Paw, the hand, the paw is for the animal. It could be that, somebody gives you a gift or some cooked food. Try to see love in a variety of ways, but I do feel that you will also attract a romantic and sensual partner as well. Yeah, so we see here, love. How can you attract love? You are it. You are it. You are love. Love. That's you. And me. Yeah, I don't know. I'm in a funky High School Musical kind of vibe today. I need to censor her a little bit because YouTube. But I see very clearly here that you are this kind of person that easily manifests love at your core. You are a very lovable, loving human being. Group 2 had this kind of vibration as well. So maybe you may want to hitch your wagon to Group 2's energy. There could be something, some sparks flying over there. But I see clearly that just don't block your energy. Don't block it. Don't lock yourself inside a prison of betrayal. It's like, because I was hurt, I will never love again. That's so immature. And that's like, why should you curse yourself to a lifetime of unhappiness just because somebody betrayed you? Like, why should you punish yourself for something bad that somebody else did to you? Do you see how this works? Keep yourself open. The best revenge you can have on a person that betrayed you is showing them that you fell in love again, showing them that you gave life a second try. Yeah? So don't punish yourself for what other people have been doing to you. Let life punish them by you thriving. Yeah? Rebirth. So cute. So this image represents Baba Yaga, the elderly matron of the forest. She's kind of like an Eastern European folklore witch kind of vibe, an old grandma that can block your way sometimes just because she's testing you, but she's also a benevolent spirit. She's able to bring towards you exactly the right kind of animal spirit that you need for your own growth. So we see, let go of the ties that bind. You really need to let that ex go. You really need to let that parent that hurt you so badly go. You are entitled to draw some heavy boundaries and to completely separate and cut off that person that betrayed you so harshly. You don't have to entertain a connection with them. I know that usually I give the advice of forgiveness heals, but in this case, I feel like you have been forgiving enough. You need to take this beautiful love energy that you're capable of and give it to somebody that really needs it. Give it to pets, give it to children, give it to a next person that you fall in love with. Give it to the world. Create beautiful works of art, healing, spiritual creations that nourish the masses, the collective. Oh my God, do we need those at the moment, right? To help us through all of these conflicts and uncertainty and wounds. So give back, and this is how love will come to you. Love will be attracted. Pass this love on. Then we have Eunoia. Everything in perfect balance. I don't know exactly what to say here, except try not to become a martyr. Because you see in this image, she's wearing this crown of thorns and she has this very dignified energy, like, I walk like a martyr of love through the environment. But you don't have to put yourself on such a high soapbox or in such a weird tower. You don't have to feel that because you have been hurt and betrayed in love, this pain makes you special or separates you from other people. Pain is pain. We all feel it. Don't block yourself from close, warm interactions with people around you. Don't wear your pain like a badge of honor. It doesn't look good on you. You look much better with the flush energy of fresh love. It's a color that looks better on you. And speaking of colors, I'm going to end the reading here. I hope this was nourishing and inspiring enough. You really do need more inspiration than anybody else in this group. So I hope I'll be blasting you with light. And yeah, definitely, just if you want love, my heartwarming advice towards you, group 4, is put more of it out there. Express love so that it can come towards you. Okay? And you're a creative, wonderful individual enough to be able to do that. Okay? Don't second guess yourself. Don't doubt yourself. Pain and betrayal, they haven't destroyed you. You're still this King of Wands. Okay? So, your color, if you want to play along, is Moon Gray. And it's beautiful. I chose it because of the name, the moon. can make you feel like a lunatic, right? People that are governed by the moon can sometimes feel very out of balance emotionally. But the moon is also a symbol of maternal healing, deep privacy and rest, and the creative unconscious, a world of rich imagination that you can tap into and bring out from within something that you can share of meaning with the collective outside. So this is the color. You need to match it one more time. Pick another reading in the series, pick another crystal, and see if you also get the same color. And if you have 2 matches of the same color, then in episode 6, pick this color again, and you'll see your corresponding mythic love story. I will be using this color because you chose it first. This is your color. I will be using this color in a color reading, a color energy reading. I'm a little bit tired, I'm sorry. I think my brain is kind of cross-wired. I'm also speaking in a different language, so yeah, sorry about this. I'm reaching the end of my energy for today. But what you need to know for the time being is that this is your color. Play along in the series. There will be 6 episodes. Choose this color one more time to unlock the color energy reading, moon grade themed, in episode 6. It will make more sense once you see all the episodes, and I do advise that even if you play along right now when I release these clips, that you should go again over the series and play again along with the choices once it is complete. It's kind of like when you watch one of your favorite episodes when it's being released on a weekly basis and you get that fresh excitement, but in order to kind of understand what that series really meant for you, you really need to binge watch it at a certain point in time later on to truly understand what it means to you. I'm doing the same with the X-Files at the moment, and oh my god, am I falling in love with it again in all its oddity and absurdness. Anyway, all that being said, thank you so much for listening. Please leave a comment. Please let me know where you find yourself. I hope you're enjoying this series. Take good care of your beautiful hearts, and I'll see you in my next one. Ciao.